Welcome back to Crystal Clear. I'm AwestruckVox, and Change Your Mind introduced 3 brand new fusions, all of which being Steven fusions: Rainbow Quartz 2.0, Sunstone, and Obsidian. And we're here to break them all down. Now, I think the important thing to remember is that all of Steven's fusions, save for Obsidian, have an inherently goofy personality. Even Savani have their moments of levity. This is Steven's personality not only shining through, but bringing the best out of everyone he fuses with. He's a complete ray of sunshine. No pun intended. So let's kick things off with Rainbow Quartz 2.0. Probably the most long-awaited fusion in the entire series. Ever since fans saw Pearl fuse with Rose, I think everyone immediately thought, wait, what would happen if she fused with Steven? What would that Rainbow Quartz look like? And now we finally have an answer. Now, Rainbow Quartz 2.0 goes by the pronouns they, them, he, him, confirmed by Rebecca Sugar on the Steven Universe podcast. This is the first male presenting fusion in the entire series. Although you can still go by non-binary, you shouldn't be crucified if you say he, him as well, as the intent is for them to go by both. There's no wrong answer here. 2.0's weapon is a parasol, a combination of Steven's shield and Pearl's spear. The Crewniverse knew this would be their weapon for a very long time. The fandom also pieces together as fanart has shown throughout the years. Now, as Steven's fusions are a mixture of his clothes with the components' clothes, the fusions in Change Your Mind served as a sneak peek to the gem's new forms. Thus, Rainbow 2.0 wears Pearl's blazer, her new shoes, and Steven's iconic star shirt. Now, originally, the Crewniverse actually really wanted Rainbow to have a scarf, but that meant Pearl would need a scarf, and they just couldn't make it work on her, so they scrapped it entirely. Now, unlike the original Rainbow Quartz's blonde pink hair, Rainbow 2.0 has mauve colored hair. Steven and Pearl's gemstones become a shade of pink, close to the skin tone of Rainbow 2.0, and signifies how they're technically both gems under Pink Diamond's court, even if Steven does literally possess Pink's gemstone. Now, there is no additional height given to Rainbow 2.0 unlike the other fusions. They're around the same height as Pearl. Character designer and former storyboarder Colin Howard described Rainbow 2.0 as a cross between Mary Poppins and Dick Van Dyke. The inspiration for both is very clear. Rainbow 2.0 is very flamboyant, has Steven's love for wordplay, but retains Pearl's elegance and posture. Like Sardonyx, they also have a British accent, which I'm assuming is just associated with Pearl's fusions aside from Opal. Their abilities appear to be floating powers, carried over from Steven, as they control the speed of their descent with their parasol. They also have the ability to ride their parasol, as it emits a rainbow-colored rocket boost. This in itself could be an evolution of Steven's floating powers. Whereas Steven can only control how slow he falls, Rainbow can speed up the process entirely. Talk about a sonic boom. Although it's not seen, I wonder if this umbrella could also shoot beams of light, as Pearl can with her spear. It's also worth questioning if they can create hollow Rainbow Quartzes, although they really weren't in a situation to carry out such a task. As wonderful as it was to see Rainbow Quartz 2.0, they were actually my least favorite fusion of the special. Not because I dislike them, quite the contrary, I love them, but I love the other two just a little bit more. So let's move on to my favorite of the special, Sunstone, a fusion between Steven and Garnet, and thus Steven, Ruby, and Sapphire. Sunstone uses the pronouns they, them, she, her, confirmed by Sugar on the podcast. Sunstone's weapon are suction cups, a combination of Steven's shield and Garnet's gauntlets, although you can make the argument Steven's bubble powers also come into play to actually give it suction. Sunstone is the most cartoony a fusion has ever been, something noted by Rebecca Sugar in the Steven Universe podcast. Their head simultaneously resembles the sun and a star. Much like Garnet's visor, Sunstone has a pair of shades over their eyes, thus hiding the number of how many eyes they sport. Rainbow has 4, Smokey has 2, how many does Sunstone have? What if they don't have any? Sunstone has 2 pair of arms. The top pair is muscular and thick, kinda like Steven's arms, while the bottom pair are rather slender and closer to Garnet's, complete with her gloves. Sunstone also sports a red pocket and a blue pocket, representing Ruby and Sapphire, while also alluding to Garnet's abdominal area in her new form. Sunstone also wears Steven's iconic star shirt, shorts, and sandals. The gemstones have also become orange. Now, Sunstone takes after both Steven and Garnet's leadership skills, Garnet's cool factor, Steven's optimism, and his love for TV, rolling it all into this personified 90s after-school special. Garnet's future vision and Steven's love for TV may be what allows him to break the fourth wall, similar to Sardonyx. After all, future vision allows Garnet to see into multiple timelines. Adding more gems into the mix may give that future vision a sense of omnipotence, hyper-awareness, not really acknowledging that they're in a cartoon, so to speak, but that there's eyes on them following their adventures. adventures. But let's shed some more light on their abilities. Their abilities beyond breaking the fourth wall appears to be super strength, pushing back the entire diamond mech effortlessly moments after coming to existence. Sunstone's strength is no joke. This is someone you want on your dodgeball team, someone you can trust to carry in the groceries. It's safe to assume the diamond shifts themselves are immensely powerful and pretty heavy. When Blue Diamond was crushed by her own ship, Yellow Diamond had to be of assistance and help Blue back on her feet. So combine the weight of all four ships and the fact that Sunstone was able to push them back like that, they are absolutely nothing to sneeze at. It can also be argued that due to their appearance while forming and the prominent sun imagery in their appearance, Sunstone may have inherited Ruby's fire abilities. Now, it's very important to note that despite their immense strength, Sunstone not only promotes pacifism, but has a weapon that would be pretty difficult to actually harm people with. I mean, come on, it's suction cups. That's pretty innocent. But last, but definitely not least, let's talk about Obsidian, the fusion between Steven, Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl. Obsidian is the temple fusion, although their appearance are missing some details such as her dress, though this could be either due to the temple itself taking artistic liberties, or the addition of Steven rather than Rose, Steven being half organic. It's also possible the difference in Obsidian's hair in the temple, as opposed to their appearance in Change Your Mind, is due to Steven's hair differing from Rose's hair. Different texture, way less curls. Now, Obsidian's pronouns are they, them, she, her, as confirmed by Joe Johnston on his Tumblr. Much like Malachi being voiced by both Jennifer Paz and Kimberly Brooks, their vocals being overlaid to one another, Obsidian is voiced by Zach Callison, Dee Dee Magnahall, Michaela Dietz, and Estelle, all of their vocals being overlaid into one track. When formed as Obsidian, all of their gemstones become black. Obsidian has 8 arms and 3 mouths. This is an absolute powerhouse. One of the mouths are full of lava, assumably for forging their weapon. All of the core crystal gems weapons combine to make a sword, complete with gem text described on the blade. This shares parallels with real-life obsidian, as it's often used to assist cutting through various things. The magma markings that circulate throughout obsidian form imagery that's similar to that of armor. This usage of lava throughout obsidian's design is a nod to how real-life obsidian is volcanic glass formed when lava cools down. Obsidian seems to be stoic and innately ferocious, only growling and roaring as opposed to actual dialogue. Although, as there was only one goal in this moment, get into White Diamond's head through any means necessary, there wasn't a need for dialogue or to showcase how this gem behaves. As this fusion is a latch-ditch effort, it's doubtful they even need to have a significant personality. We can assume Obsidian is the most powerful gem fusion in the series, even greater than that of Alexandrite, who, may I say, lacks a weapon of her own. Obsidian's sword can seemingly slice through anything, cutting through the diamond mech's various components like butter. Obsidian also maintains great endurance, not once faltering while climbing up the diamond mech, until they're slammed against a wall and defused, but by that point, they already met their goal. They're ready to climb into White Diamond's head. It's reasonable to assume Obsidian is not only used for pure battle tactics, but is around the scale of a diamond, potentially even around the size of White Diamond. As Peridot remarked, they're huge! It's hard to not call Obsidian my favorite fusion. There are so many great things about them, but by the same merit, I feel as if it's almost cheating calling them your favorite fusion, because of course they are. They have a giant sword! It's all the core crystal gems, the characters we gotten to know over 160 episodes. How could Obsidian not be your favorite fusion? Sunstone barely beats out Obsidian as my favorite fusion, due to their sheer personality, and the fact that Steven fusing with Garnet has been my most anticipated fusion ever since the concept was introduced in the show. And as the most unique fusion in terms of appearance, it was well worth the wait. Special thanks to ARTWITHKODA for once again creating an amazing thumbnail. To find him and his wonderful art, follow him on Tumblr, Instagram, and subscribe to his YouTube channel. All of them at ARTWITHKODA. Link, of course, in the description. Also, I forgot to mention initially we're recording, but even though Sunstone is my favorite new fusion, again, not counting Obsidian because that's just cheating, she's God mode, I feel like Smoky Quartz is still my favorite overall fusion. Maybe it's the appeal of being Steven's first gem fusion, or the fact that their weapon is a yo-yo, and well, an actual weapon, unlike Rainbow or Sunstone, I'm just always delighted to see them. And let's not kid ourselves, they have the best theme music. Agree to disagree. If you have different opinions, that's 100% fine. But who is your favorite fusion? Let's get a list going. What more fusions would you like to see in the series? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, or tweet your thoughts at Roundtable Vids. And for my own thoughts on my favorite fusions, you can find me at AwestruckVox. We're also on Instagram. Help the Roundtable grow by either becoming a member of this channel or supporting us on Patreon. Link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please throw it a like and subscribe to the Roundtable so you never miss a single video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. AwestruckVox out.